Yo, my name is Julian Melnick, and welcome back to the channel. We are button mashers and thumbstick thrashers, here to have a great time playing video games, guys and gals. Something crazy has happened. Huge Nintendo Switch news, and I just have to cover it. We gotta talk about it. I want to keep you guys updated. I want to get you guys all the information you need to know to either get stoked about your Nintendo Switch or go out and get one. I'll tell you firsthand, I've been trying to get my hands on a PlayStation 5, and it's been the most infuriating situation. Just trying to buy one from Best Buy or these other stores and not paying the scalper's price or, eliciting bots or any of that nonsense. And it's almost impossible to pick up a PS5 and an Xbox Series X. I'm still in shock that I have an Xbox Series S, but the Nintendo Switch seems to be a system that you can go out and purchase easily right now. And based on the news that Nintendo just dropped, I think that you probably should. Now, before you make your decision, let's go through this. I'm going to go through all the different things that happened. I'm going to sum up some of the most important things in their fiscal report, also with some of their projections for next year, and well, let's just crack into it. Thing number one, last year was pretty crazy, right? We were all at home. We're all playing video games. Some people being introduced to video games. The Nintendo Switch ended up becoming shorted. People couldn't find one, and for a long time, they were not able to get their hands on one. Well, once they were, and we started tallying up all the sales that happened last year, turns out Nintendo sold just over 21 million units of Nintendo Switch. Now, that is including the Nintendo Switch Lite. That is wild. Now, a huge contributor to that was Animal Crossing New Horizons. And let me tell you, at a time where we're all locked inside, there was nothing more therapeutic than traveling to your buddy's island, checking out what they're doing there. It was just a great time, and still to this day, I love this game. It's extremely relaxing, and the music and all the different things. It's an amazing game. And that's not the only exciting piece of news. Another thing that's pretty crazy is Nintendo was up 80% last year. 80%! That's huge. That is a crazy amount, and it just shows that they're making big moves. Now, that can be attributed to maybe people purchasing lots of video games last year, but nonetheless, there are more gamers, there are more people playing, and there are more opportunities for Nintendo to get games in front of people and to get experiences in front of people. Super Mario All-Star released last year. That nostalgic bomb was something that I didn't know I needed, and I did, and I got it, and I love every single minute of that game, along with Super Mario 3D World and Bowser's Fury. All these games that released were very, very exciting. Not to mention, I can't get enough of Mario Kart 8. And Mario Kart is one of the biggest selling games for the Nintendo Switch. Now, let's talk more in what is coming down the pike. And this is the thing that really surprises me when it comes to what Nintendo wants to do. Well, with a huge successful year last year of selling all of those video game systems, they are projecting to sell 25 million more units in this upcoming year. Why this is so promising and exciting is those 25 million units could mean a few things. Could mean number one, and I like this theory. This theory is there's a potential price drop. And I'm not mad at that idea. I mean, I still have my launch day Nintendo Switch, and it's kicking, and I love this thing. It's great. I would buy it all over again today if mine died, which it hasn't, so I probably don't have to worry about it. But along with that, there could also be the potential for a higher, more pro version. I know it's been talked about a bunch, but we see that they're including the sales of their Nintendo Switch Lite in that additional unit sold. So that is one thing to think about, that they could be also adding another version or another tier to their Nintendo Switch systems to sum up to make that 25 million additional units sold. So if you're not already a Nintendo Switch owner, I don't think you should wait, because there's no confirmation that this new unit that's coming out is going to be the Pro version, going to be something else. We just know that Nintendo is projecting to push out an additional 25 million units in the next fiscal year. So why is that such a big deal? Well, it's a huge deal because this system is already 4 years old, and they're willing to say that they want to put more investment into this system. They want to put more games into the system. They want to pump more content into the system. And now, this is only a theory, and before we get into it, if you're already finding value here, I'd love for you to stick around and wait till the end, because there's some cool stuff I want to talk about. Go ahead and drop a like, letting me know that this is the kind of stuff you want to hear about. And if I've earned your trust and this is a community you want to be a part of, the subscribe button is what does that. It lets you join in and be a part of this community, and it's exciting to have more people join us. We've been growing slowly and steadily, and I can't wait to see what this community is going to do, this community of console gamers, of Nintendo Switch players. It's a lot of fun. So let's get into the last part, which is there's been a lot of speculation that Nintendo and Microsoft might have a partnership coming up. We know that they partnered together to bring us Minecraft cross-play, which is a really exciting thing, and we're seeing Nintendo get involved with some AAA titles. Nintendo already having Fortnite and also having now Apex Legends. Those aren't exclusive to Microsoft. We see those on all the systems, but it's exciting to see that Nintendo's not sticking to their old ways of just playing first-party games, though their first-party games are, in my opinion, some of the best ones out there, with Breath of the Wild being incredible, with Super Mario Odyssey, with Mario Kart, any of those franchises, I love them. But Nintendo is getting involved. They're getting involved. They're supporting big games. They have great indie titles. We have E3 coming up, some big stuff happening there. Hopefully getting a release date of this new Breath of the Wild sequel. But we see Nintendo is not staying low. They're not sticking to what they have done in the past. They're getting involved, and they have lofty goals. And because of the momentum they've already gained through what's happened last year, I feel like they're really a driving force in this video game community, especially console gamers. And for those of you who can't get your hands on some of these next-gen systems, I would really encourage you to look into the Nintendo Switch if you don't already own one, because the Nintendo Switch, though it may not have the same graphical output as in Series X, Series S, or a PS5, or even a PS4 for that matter, it has games to play, and they're a blast to spend time in. Some of the games they have are just amazing, and the franchises that they have under their belt, the exclusives with Pokemon, Mario, Legend of Zelda, all those different franchises, it's exciting to have that system. And if you are a next-gen owner, you were able to pick up one of these next-gen systems, I would still encourage you to pick up a Switch, whether it's a Switch Classic or it's a Switch Lite. I would encourage you to get involved in the Nintendo ecosystem, because there are games to play that are incredible, and I say there's nothing better than walking around being able to play some of your favorite games anywhere you want. So that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully this update finds you well and you guys are excited as I am. I know that I'm excited to hear that Nintendo's doing big things. They're getting involved with the big boys. They are not just Mario and Zelda anymore. They are here, they're here to stay, and they're going to play hard with some of these big boys. So last but not least, I always say this, I hope you can say it with me this time. And I know that I am more than ever happy for this. So here it is. Happy gaming.